Please be advised that Little Miss Recap contains adult language. Hi everyone, it's Amy. We recorded this episode before the breaking news came out about Asuelu and Kalani, and if you don't know what I'm referring to, Kalani made allegations against Asuelu on her Instagram, and it involves sexual assault, and it's pretty intense. So we did record our thoughts on this matter, and they will be appended to the end of the episode. So if you want to hear what we think about it, just hang on to the end and you'll hear it then. Thanks so much for listening. Enjoy the show. Hi everyone, welcome to Little Miss Recap, the podcast where we like ourselves a good lap dance.
Ed really liked a good lap dance, as did Asuelu. And Jovi behaved himself.
We'll get into this, but Asuelu in that strip club was
Hilarious.
I mean, here's the thing about Asuelu, and I've always felt this way about him. It looks like the elevator does not go all the way to the top, right?
I don't think it does.
However, it also looks like he has murderous rage.
He does have a bit of murderous rage. He's a weird dude. I would like to crack open his brain and look, but I don't think there's a lot in there.
No, I feel like nothing's in there.
I feel like
it's like the little monkey riding the pedals and the record go round. I don't know where I got that image from.
I feel like he kind of acts from a place of id, but not like, when they say people act from a place of id, there always seems to be some negative.
Yes.
Asuelu does terrible things. I don't think he thinks hard enough to know that he's doing terrible things.
Until
someone points it out for him.
I don't think so either. And I just think he's like, I just think he's like, kind of a murderous space cadet, if that's such a thing.
Murderous space cadet. Sure, we could go with that. There may be a murderous space cadet out there. I mean, I don't know. Oh my God, that'll be like the next season of Black Mirror. It'll be a murderous space cadet.
You heard it here first, guys.
If folks haven't watched this season of Black Mirror, it's excellent. Excellent.
Let's talk a little Sister Wives, shall we?
Okay, we have things to have. First of all, yes, this will be coming out 7 days from now or whatever it is. But today is October 11th. Gabriel Brown's birthday. Happy birthday, Gabe. I hope people didn't inundate him with stuff today because I just feel like that's pressing on a bruise. And as much as we joke about it, but today is his birthday, and I hope people
Cody
celebrate.
Called.
I hope his father called him today.
Today should be the day of the surprise party, according to my redemption arc.
Yes, exactly. The surprise party. Yeah, I don't think we're having a surprise party today.
Well, that's true, and it's only a Wednesday. They might have the surprise party on Friday.
You're really stretching there, girl. You're really stretching there. I'm pretty sure Cody is under a bunker somewhere having an apoplectic fit.
Cody's sitting in a bar with Robin, drinking a hard cider.
I know.
Do I have something in common with Cody Brown? You know I love me a hard cider.
You do love you a hard cider. I don't think you'd like the Ace pineapple hard cider, though. It's pretty gross.
Is it expensive? Or is it like a generic, run-of-the-mill
middle of the road
cider?
Okay. It's,
I'm always wondering what everything costs that Cody Brown does.
I don't think this is like the Dom Perignon of ciders.
You don't think it's like I could pay Janelle's rent with this cider?
No. Okay. This is not going to impact student housing at all. This is a $6 cider.
So when we recorded Sister Wives, we did not get to talk about the wedding.
No, we did not.
I put out a bonus episode, but it was lame because
it was not lame at all. You should have told me. I was sitting there too, kind of half in the bag.
I did not know. I'm like, I'm not going to bother her half in the bag.
We could have drunkenly talked about Christine's wedding.
We absolutely could have. Favorite part of the entire People magazine web article is when David Woolley says, "I'm glad some idiot let her go." He doesn't say that exactly, but that's what he says.
I'm glad someone let her go because she is a unicorn. So there's a lot of talk about her dress.
I loved her dress.
I loved her dress too. People's complaint about it is that it doesn't appear fitted to her body.
Oh, who cares?
It's the least of my worries. Hey, she looked happy and it's a hell of a lot better dress than her first wedding.
Had 6 children.
Right. She looks amazing.
She may not want it fitted to her body.
Exactly, that's what I'm thinking, like, maybe she doesn't want it that tight on her tummy, like, and
No.
that's fine. Maybe she just wanted to be comfortable all day and
Yeah.
not have to worry about sitting down and all that stuff, but
She probably has, like, a couple extra pouches like us all of us who birth children do,
and even some of us who haven't birthed children
and
do,
does
it's
not
fine.
want that highlighted.
No, 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 no.
Um, so let's talk kids who were there. So we're
Okay,
we're starting to see the pictures.
we are.
Isabel's boyfriend is a hottie.
Isabel's boyfriend is adorable, as is Hunter's girlfriend. So
Very
I've seen
cute.
a lot of people talking about it. They refer to it as the OG 13. So
Okay.
all of Cody's kids with Janelle and Mary and Christine. Leon was there. We weren't
Leon
sure
was
if
there
Leon was going to be there. Leon
with
was there
Audrey.
with Audrey.
Mhm.
There's a photo of Leon and Audrey, Hunter, his girlfriend, I don't know her name, Logan, and his wife, Michelle.
Yeah.
Leon and Hunter look like almost the same person.
Is that the picture that someone said it looks like Leon and Audrey split a suit?
It does. I think so. I think so. I wish they would lose the bolo ties just because that's not my aesthetic, but
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
that's that's just not my aesthetic. That's me
yeah.
being nitpicky. But yeah, the OG 13 were there, and it seems everybody except for Gwen.
I need eyes on Truly Grace Brown. Was she there? What was
She
she
oh,
doing?
she was oh
Oh,
yeah,
I
she
think
was
I saw
there.
her in her transitions, right?
I didn't see any transitions. I did see she had like a purplish dress on, and she has purple bottom half of her hair
Love it. Love
done
it.
in a really haphazard way. It just kind of looks like she bent her head over into a bowl of purple dye,
Mhm,
and like
mhm.
whatever made it, and whatever didn't.
She probably
And then we
did,
pulled her
or
head. That's
she
probably
was,
what
like,
happened.
burning down a crayon factory and some got in her hair. Who knows?
Truly, Grace Brown, though, was there and looking happy. Everyone looks
Good.
so damn happy.
So why do we think Gwen wasn't there?
There's a lot of talk about it. There's questions of
Let's go to rumor corner, shall
let's
we?
go to rumor and conspiracy corner. So
Woo! Okay, go ahead.
so Gwen, and I don't listen to her Patreon, even though I'm a member, so I should listen. But I have too many other things to listen to. She has been shit talking Christine for a couple of weeks.
And you're still on her Patreon.
I'm still on her Patreon, so I could go back and do some journalism.
Okay.
I
All
just
right.
haven't done pre-journalism. I'll go back. She's been bitching
Amanda,
about
you have nothing
Christine.
else to do. Get thee back to the Patreon archives.
I'll get right on it. I'm sorry. I'm such a slacker here. And so she's been bitching about Christine. There's a rumor that Cody gave Isabel and Gwen a chunk of money at Christmas.
She said that right on her Patreon.
Mhm. Mhm.
Why did he give them money? Because he's a dickbag and try it's part of the redemption arc.
It could be part of the redemption arc.
I never factored that in, just handing out big piles
And
of cold
lots of
cash.
Well, they don't have that much cash, so I don't know how they're gonna do it, and I don't know how much a bunch of money is.
Yeah, it could
I
be
wonder if
$500.
right. I wonder if I mean, she's 21 and in college, like, $500 could be a bunch
It's
of money.
huge. I
It's
mean,
huge.
you could have given that to me 3 years ago and it would have been huge.
Yeah. Give that to me next week, and it is huge.
Yeah, exactly.
I wonder if now, like, a chunk of money, like, did he give her that for her college tuition? Like,
Hmm.
there's a million reasons a dad could give a bunch of money to a college age girl that aren't nefarious. The conspiracy, though, is that Cody's trying to buy kids off from Christine.
I mean, it's a smart move.
It's
You're
a smart
playing
move, and I
chess.
would
It's
not
the
put
next
that.
move.
I would not put that past him in a second.
It's not going to
The oth-
work long term. We all know this.
no, it's not because he's never going to be able to show up again.
Mm-mm.
The other theory is that she didn't go because Peyton gave Christine away. So Peyton, for folks who aren't dialed into the Sister Wives universe, at which point I don't know why you're listening to this, fast forward, but we're here. Peyton and Gwen do not talk to each other. Well, Gwen does not speak to Peyton. I don't think Peyton cares either way, but Gwen wants nothing to do with Peyton. They once got into some sort of altercation and he hit her. No one really ever saw this. It's not that I don't believe it happened, but like we never saw this on the show. We don't really know what happened.
Yeah.
So she has said for years she'll have no relationship with Peyton.
Mm-hmm.
People were talking about the fact that the Christmas episode we saw, there was no Gwen. Was that because Peyton was there? Who knows? Gwen is saying she wasn't invited to any of this, either the Cody Christmas or the Christine Christmas.
Yeah.
Did Christine call Gwen and go, Gwen, you can't come, click? Or did Christine say, I would love to have you here just so you know Peyton's here as well?
Right.
And
right.
Gwen was like, well, I'm not invited then if Peyton's going to be there.
I mean,
Now,
I'm not one of these people who thinks that Christine is a saint.
no, she's not.
However, I can't see her not inviting one of her daughters to Christmas.
I can't either. I think she said, "I'm done trying to navigate this for the 2 of you. You're adults
Mhm,
now.
mhm,
You figure out your relationship. I want all of my children here anytime." Now, for Gwen, she did not invite Peyton to her wedding. Fine, her choice. She can invite anybody
mhm,
she wants. They were both at Logan's wedding, though.
mm, okay.
Now, Logan's wedding wasn't filmed by TLC. Logan's wedding wasn't near, I mean, yes, we were all curious and there was some eyes on it, but it was not the big deal that Christine's wedding is clearly going to be or was.
Mhm.
So I don't know what it's about. I saw some article this morning. I was going through the Facey Spaces as I was making my coffee. Someone said maybe Gwen's studying abroad, but like she's still doing these videos at her apartment.
Yeah,
But I
no.
don't think that's what it
Mm-mm.
is. Maybe she will. I hope she does. I think everyone should study abroad if they can.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on. I feel really sad for Christine and I hope it didn't I hope it I'm sure it put some level of damper on her day, but I don't think we've ever seen Christine look that happy ever.
Christine looked radiant.
She was glowing from the inside.
Yeah.
And
God, I
that
hope this works
backdrop,
out for her.
I do too. Did you see like the back there's some photos. I don't remember what Facebook group they're in, but something we're
Amazing.
both in. But like
Amazing.
some big drone shot looking thing
Mhm.
with the red rocks in the background and the
Mhm.
lake. Good God.
It was amazing.
You could not have come up with a better
And it had
setting.
300 people.
330 people. Now everyone's like, "I don't know how they know that many people."
I said that. I was
You
like, "Do
said
they
that.
even know that many people, or were they grabbing people to make Cody jealous?"
I don't think they were grabbing people to make Cody
So
jealous.
they go to
You're
the local mall and, like, hand out free tickets, but then I realized how big their fucking family is.
Their family easily is 100 to 150
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
He's got 8 kids, she's got 6 kids, only 5 came, but she actually came with 12 kids and
Mhm.
all of their partners,
Mhm.
and her mother was there and her aunt was there and his I'm sure he had cousins and grandchildren and all this stuff.
Mhm.
It's easy to get to that number of people when you have a family of that size.
And Janelle
Easy.
was there, looking
Janelle was
great.
there looking radiant. So it appears that all of the women wore kind of jewel tonish, pinkish
Yeah,
dresses.
like mauve, coral, like all those deep, rich.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And from the People article, what it sounds like is that she had her whole family walk down the aisle at some point or another, which
Yeah.
I think is lovely. Peyton and her dad walked down the aisle together, which I think is very sweet.
Mhm.
And did you see the leg pop that David Woolley did it during their
I
kiss?
I did.
He has a silly streak, which I think is perfect for
Perfect
her
for her. Mhm.
because
Cody
she's
doesn't have a
silly
silly
too.
streak.
Mm-mm. Cody had a
Cody
goofy streak, but not a silly streak, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I was when I saw the picture pop up of Cody and Robin in the restaurant and somebody knowing somebody was there taking a picture, I thought about our
Our
giggle fit. I'm like, I wonder if that person's gonna scream at him or hold up a sign.
He's our shit. I was telling Todd that last night. I'm like, "Oh my god, we should go in front of Robin and Cody's house with picket signs and just parade." And he's like, "You might have a problem." I'm like, "I'm not actually gonna do this. I don't know. Ain't nobody got time for that. I
It's
gotta make potato salad
yes.
for my mother's birthday. I don't wanna do
Yes,
this."
there we go, there we go, there we go.
My
You know what
mom
I failed to mention
Yes.
when we were talking about birthdays? John Lennon's birthday is on Robin's birthday, don't forget. So we
Yes.
need to shower John and Sean Lennon with love so that
Right.
Robin gets none.
So Robin gets none. Today is Gabe
Mhm,
Brown's birthday, and
mhm.
Friday is my mommy's birthday. It is her
Yay.
80th birthday.
And it's Friday the 13th.
It's Friday the 13th.
Ooh, in
She's
October.
if
Ooh.
I if I am correct, I believe she was actually born on a Friday the 13th.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Mhm.
Alright. Well,
Yep.
happy birthday, Mother Amanda.
Happy birthday, Martha Joe.
Mhm.
This will be
Martha
after
Jo, she's got a double name?
well, no, she does not have a double name.
Okay,
Joe is
okay,
technically her middle name, and she hates it with,
okay.
like, the passion of a
Mhm.
thousand fiery suns. She thinks it sounds like a hick name.
What's your middle name?
Bennett.
Oh, is that a family name?
It is. It is my maternal grandmother's maiden name, and it was
Okay.
also my aunt's middle name, my mother's sister, and it's my favorite part of my name, hands down.
Mm.
I love it.
My
What's
middle
your middle
name
name?
is Lynn, because of course I
Of
was an
course it
Amy
is.
born in the '70s.
Right. I've had a lot of people call me Amanda Lynn because then it's
Yeah,
Amanda Lynn,
yeah.
and then it's funny. My first husband had a niece has a niece. She's still She's still his niece and
She's
all
still
that.
with us, or
It
is it
still
an
works.
RIP
Yeah. No,
situation?
there's an RIP. Her name is Amanda as well, and she was an Amanda Lynn.
Okay, all right.
I'm
When
an
I
Amanda
got
Bennett.
when I got married, I didn't hyphenate.
Okay.
But I moved my maiden name to my middle name and got
Okay.
rid of Lynn. So now I'm Baris is my middle name. So
Yeah.
that's
That's
what I
what my
did.
mother did when she
Mm-hmm.
married my father, and she
Yeah.
kept Lipnack.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. She didn't want to have first of all, it was the 70s, so there wasn't the big draw to change names and things like that. And she wanted to have the same last name as me.
So did I. I wasn't gonna change my name at all. And
Mhm.
then I happened to, the story, I was pregnant before I was married.
Right.
So I was like, I do want, because I didn't, if we had just got married, I would not have thought we were going to have kids. So I would have kept my name probably.
Right.
But the fact that I was pregnant, I was like, I want the same name as the girls. And
Yeah.
Archer's so much easier than my maiden name. So it's like,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
yeah.
Look, no one knows what to do with Lipnack, and so
I like it.
legally I'm so used to it now. I don't love it, but I'm so used to it. Legally, my last name is just Radell, like according to the Social
Mhm,
Security
mhm.
folks. But in my real life, I'm hyphenating because I'm 50 years old. Most of the world knows me as Amanda Lipnack.
Yeah,
I don't want to lose
yeah.
that.
I got
So,
you. All right, we've chit-chatted long enough.
yes, we have. Let's
It's
do
time
that.
to dive in. I did tell Amanda last night, I'm gonna need the shame bell because I'm gonna defend Jovi here. And then I watched the whole episode and was like, never mind.
We'll talk about it.
Yeah, we'll talk
We'll
about it.
talk about it. We'll get there.
All
We'll get
right, so this is season 1, episode 10 of Last Resort, called Last Chance Saloon.
I actually found out the title too. I was really impressed
Mm-hmm.
with myself.
Mm-hmm.
These titles are hard to find.
Yeah, they are.
IMDb has them.
They are. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, so we're gonna start where we picked up, and Amanda's got all the girl scenes covered, and she left me all the bro scenes.
that's right. Because
I was very happy about that
Amy
because
likes to talk about Jovi and some bros. So
I do.
we are back at Havana Cabana. So I did a little deep dive, and by a little, I just went to their website. Deep dive on Havana Cabana because the sign looks real broke down, but the
Mm-hmm.
resort itself looks nice.
Mm.
So it's an actual resort, all that hotel, all that. I couldn't find anywhere on there that you could get a day pass. So
Oh,
I was trying to figure out like how are they at this
how
place?
are they there? Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
it's in Key West.
Mm-hmm.
And so what I'm guessing is that, Matt Sharp went to them and said, "Hey, can we film here? We'll show your sign all over the place." Because I would go
Yeah,
to Havana Cabana. That
yeah.
place
I
looked
would too. It
nice.
looked fun.
Yeah. So, and everything happens there. So we come back right where we stopped off. We review what happened with Kalani and Hall J Pass, and the girls lose their minds. Kalani,
Lose their
yeah.
minds.
Liz's face was the best. She was like, "Oh!" She had Pikachu face. I loved her little fun buns. They were super cute. I wonder if I could pull that off. Probably
I
not.
liked it as well. I don't know if I could do it with my 17 wisps of hair. I would
Right.
try, but I
I
don't think
think
I
her
can
hair
pull
needs to
it
be a
off.
little longer to pull it off, but maybe
Mm.
not. I don't know. Maybe that's what I'll play with this weekend. She looks super cute in this. And Liz gives her a high five.
Yes, she does. Yes, she does.
And Yara
Because
says,
Liz at that point is the only one who knows the true story.
right. And Yara says, I wish I could judge you, but I can't. This is all Asuelu's mistake. And she doesn't even know yet.
Mm-hmm.
Angela calls out what we said, bringing someone else during your marriage therapy. It's
It's a
kind of a
choice.
lot. It's a choice. But Angela says she kind of gets it as well. Yara now says she wants to know everything.
Mm-hmm.
And so Kalani says she wanted to just go over there and talk.
Yeah,
Sure,
okay,
girl.
Kalani.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yara
You
says
got
she at least she hopes
you
there's an
you got
orgasm.
a booty call while you were in
Marriage therapy.
marriage therapy.
Because you're not banging your husband, so you got to bang somebody. Yeah. I mean, I like that Yara's like, I hope she at least had an orgasm.
Mm-hmm.
So
No,
great.
she said orgasm. She always puts the
Orgasm.
wrong emphasis on
Emphasis
the
on
wrong
the wrong
syllable.
syllable.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Todd yesterday had therapy and said, I have to go to my therapy now.
There we go. There we go.
Everybody's going to therapy.
Mm-hmm.
And Kalani she tells the whole story about the fact that Asuelu has cheated 12 times during their marriage. And Angela and Yara are gobsmacked. As I put in
Angela
their
is
next, their
ready
gobs
to
have been smacked. They are like,
Angela is ready to burn Asuelu's house down.
oh, Angela is pissed. And Angela asks what she's going to do. Is she going to go to the recommitment ceremony? And she says she doesn't know what she's going to do. Yara tells her she deserves so much better, and she does. And then she goes on to say that her husband doesn't cheat, but he's addicted to the strippers. Put a pin in that.
Yes. We see that real clear this
Real
episode.
clear. Kalani says the therapy's made her realize that she's put everyone ahead of herself, which,
Mhm.
girl, haven't we
That's the
all?
therapy I wanna see. Like, I
Yeah,
wanna see those sessions where you're talking
not them,
with
fake fucking a plastic
right, like, I
doll.
wanna see where you're talking to Kalani about her need to mother everybody. Where does that come from?
Right, right.
That's what
And
I wanna see.
how does she
Get
prioritize
we
everybody?
fly Orna in there. That's the only way this is
Oh,
gonna get done.
I love Orna.
Ugh.
Orna would get actually, and these therapists aren't bad, but Orna would get all these people in shape real
Mhm.
quick.
Yep.
And she says it's time to prioritize herself. Angela says they need to change the subject so she can process all of this. Which I've been that person when someone drops a big thing on you and you're like, I'm gonna need a minute to let the
Oh,
old
not
brain
me.
catch
I
up.
have 75,000 questions and they don't stop. I'm peppering you with questions.
And then we have Kalani and the talking head, and she's real weepy. This is the preview that we saw that we weren't
Mhm.
sure, and this is drunk weepy Kalani after her
Mhm.
little talking head, and she
The
says,
tears of Kalani.
"The
Where's Jake when he
tears of Kalani." I can't wait. There's gonna be a lot of talk of the tears of Kalani, and she's torturing herself trying to keep her family unit together, and she's gonna lose something regardless. And I
Yeah.
remember being in this state too
Yeah.
of like, no matter which way I go, I'm losing something.
Yeah.
And she's so sad and she's so done with this marriage, and she almost throws up. Like, she's so upset she almost throws up.
Yeah, we need to stop with this
With the almost
because
throwing up.
on 90 Day, they were doing this too. On 90 Day, the other way. We need to
Mhm.
stop leaving these people mic'd when they are dry heaving.
Yes, because for those of
Please.
us who are sympathetic vomiters,
Yes. Yes.
I this is me, we can't do
Mhm.
this because I
No.
almost threw up.
Me too.
And Angela finds her post talking head and is actually incredibly sweet. Like, this is what we're talking about if Angela can be a really great
If
person.
you're on her team, she will take care of you.
Yeah, and she was wonderful, and she is just holding her and
Mhm.
letting her cry and reminding her that Kalani didn't do this. This is the consequences of his actions. And
Mhm.
she should have left a long time ago. But Angela says she has to make the decision for her and not for everyone else. And she's
Mhm.
right.
Yep.
Kalani has to do the best thing for her, which will then be the best thing for her children. As long as
Agreed.
she doesn't fuck off and never come back to her children.
Right. There
Which
are
I don't
some
see Kalani
parameters
doing.
around that.
Kalani, I think, would, ball and chain herself to these children if given
Agreed.
given the chance. So, are we gonna do we're gonna
Yep.
do the new bar
Let's
too?
go the guys. Yep.
Okay, guy time.
Okay. So the boys are heading to Key West, and Asuelu is making traditional Samoan crowns from blades of grass.
Uh-huh. They're
And
walking around
they're
these, like,
walking around with them like Peter Pan. Mhm. They show up at this bar and everything is empty, which we know they filmed this during the off season in Key West.
Right,
Everything is empty.
yeah.
So they show up in this bar, it's empty, and Ed is with them. And he asks the bartender if she's tired from running through his mind all night.
This was so
Gross.
gross and weird,
Gross.
and I'm like, "Ed, this is why everyone hates you." Well, that
Yeah.
and you're an abusive piece of
Yeah.
shit, but this is the shit that people don't like,
Yes.
and he thinks it's charming.
Well, he tells the camera when he performs, Liz hates it, and he knows that, and that's why she does it. This
I
triggered me so deep. It
I
really
hate
did because you know what Ed is? He's a fucking scorch.
he
That's what he
is.
does. He scorches Liz,
Mhm.
and then he gaslights her into
About
thinking
that it
he's
wasn't
not
a problem.
doing it.
Exactly,
Mhm.
he's such a dick.
Mhm.
Can't believe she's married to him.
So Asuelu tells Jovi and Ed about the situation with Kalani disappearing last night. He says he thinks she slept somewhere else, and Ed is like, "Did she hook up with someone?" And then we get a Jovi confessional where he has like a stunned face, and he's
Mhm.
like, "I hope I'm never in this position of having to find my Yara somewhere because I fucked off." You know what I mean? Like
Right.
he is.
This
This is
freaks him
shook
out.
him a little
Yeah,
bit. Mhm.
yeah.
So Ed says he sees Asuelu trying, but he doesn't see the help me reciprocity.
Reciprocity.
He doesn't see the reciprocity. I can't say that word.
Reciprocity.
Let's talk about why I can't say that word.
Okay.
Reciprocity. I feel like my go-to, like what I want to say is
Reciprocal?
REP.
Ah,
You know what I mean?
yes. You
That's
wanna
the
say, like,
sound.
reprieve,
Yes, that's the sound I want to make.
but you can't.
but I can't do
Because that's not the word. You need to make a
reciprocity.
res sound because that's the word. Okay.
It's reciprocity.
It's
Okay, I'm
reciprocity.
leaving all this in so we can all learn how to say reciprocity.
Reciprocity.
Okay.
Good.
So, he says you need to prepare yourself for either scenario.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Another note on big words with me, whenever I have to say them, I spell them out phonetically,
Oh, okay.
and I did not spell that one out phonetically.
That's why you stumbled.
I stumble over big fancy words.
You know what? Which is ironic
Mm,
because you're a writer with
I know.
multiple degrees.
There's some that I have like a really good grasp of and
Mm-hmm.
I could whip out at any time. But when it goes against the logic of how my brain would sound it out, I struggle.
I can't say, there's one word I can't say, which is annoys people. You know that truck that takes you to the hospital in an emergency?
An ambulance?
I can't say that properly.
How do you say it usually?
Ambulance.
Ambulance. Okay.
I think it's
Ambulance.
like stuck over from my childhood or something. Ambulance. But if I
What
like sound it out really slowly, I'm like ambulance,
ambulance?
ambulance. Like there's something that just like short circuits in my brain.
What's the word I always stumble over that we talk about? Ancillary.
Ancillary, yeah. Yes.
Ancillary, I was saying.
Ancillary, yes. Ancillary.
I forget what else. I never get it right.
It's okay.
Okay. Guys, you can have all the college degrees in the world. If you can't read or talk,
Who cares?
you're Amy Archer. Okay,
You're
so they're like, dude, they're basically saying to him, because Ed has all the information from Liz.
mm-hmm.
So he's basically saying to Asuelu, like, this is not gonna work out, dude.
No. Do you
This
think Liz told Ed? Because I don't know if they had time together.
Yeah, he said that Liz told him what was going on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I missed that part.
Because remember, Kalani told her one morning in the pool, and then I think
Right.
there was a night
Okay.
before they went back to the room and got ready for this
Maybe, yeah.
and had time to tell. Because you know Liz. Liz is our girl. She's one who's going to have the scoop and run as fast as she can to tell everybody else.
I really liked Liz in this
I
episode.
did too. We, on Gen X, this is why we call that running scoop speed.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah,
Scoop
you
speed.
run scoop speed because you have scoop.
You scoop to
Okay.
share with people.
So Ed asks, how can I support you? Ed is so fake. He's so
I know.
fake. He says
I
all
hate
the
him.
right, proper things at the right time.
But they're all
because it's so
bullshit.
fake. And Asuela says, I want to go to stripper. Okay.
Okay, that's how we
So-
support you. Okay.
Ed then tells Jovi and Asuelu that he told Liz about it, and Jovi is pissed.
Mm-hmm.
Jovi tells the camera, I knew Ed couldn't keep a secret. He continues to be himself. And I thought that was a great way to phrase it. Ed's going to Ed.
Ed's gonna Ed. He cannot help but be Ed, and Ed sucks.
Mm-hmm.
And he's not taking any of this therapy seriously, so
No.
he's not gonna have any change.
Then Jovi gets on the phone with Liz, and he's asking if Ed can go. And oh, don't tell the others. But he's on speakerphone. Everyone hears it.
I'm surprised he didn't hear Kalani go.
I know, this is bullshit. This is all bullshit.
This is fraudacity.
And Liz is like, okay, since you called me and told me and you did the right thing, you can go.
Whatever.
So weird. I don't like this whole asking for permission. Like, it's one thing to be like, we're going to go to a strip club. Are you okay with Like, if you have a moral objection to that, tell me and I won't go. But, like, I'm going to go.
Right.
But, like, this calling and saying, can Jovi come, or can Asuelu or whatever, can Ed come out and play?
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Now, okay, so now I want to tell you what has turned me against Jovi in this episode.
Okay, please.
Jovi texts the stripper he knows. Now, why did we think he was texting the stripper?
Why did we think he was texting the stripper?
The past couple episodes, he kept saying
because he said he was going to.
He was texting the stripper, though, to see if she was working.
Right.
Right? Which implied to me and probably to everyone else that they were going to go see her strip.
That's what I thought, too.
That's not what happened.
No, that's not what happened.
No. The text messages, I paused and I read them.
Uh-oh.
Said, do you want to come out and meet us? He was inviting her to hang out. He was not inviting her. Or he was not seeing when she was working.
Ooh, that's something different.
That's something
a little different.
That's something different.
A little different.
It's one thing if you
I still don't think he'd cheat on her.
I don't either, but it's one thing if you have a bartender friend that you're going to see. Oh, hey, can we come see? It's another thing if you're inviting that person out with you.
Mm-hmm.
Very different. So I just wrote, nope.
Someone you've banged before.
Yeah.
Which
that he went to Jamaica with. Did you know that, Amanda?
He went to Jamaica with her. He might have mentioned that 1,700 times.
Now they get to the strip club, and Asuelu's gob is smacked. Hashtag we'll never forget using that phrase. That is amazing. Thank you, backdoor friend.
Yeah, that's a new one. That's one we're going to hold on to for a while.
His gob is smacked. He is stunned at what is in front of him. Like, he is just like...
he is a kid in a candy shop.
He's a kid in a candy shop. He just can't stop, won't stop making a goofy face. Ed is drinking Long Island iced teas.
Woof. What are you, a 21-year-old at a frat party?
You shouldn't be doing that over 50, dude. What are you doing? You shouldn't be doing it over 30. But
no
whatever.
Wonder he looks so rough the next day.
Yep.
I mean, he doesn't look good to begin with, but he looks real rough.
Jovi's drink is vodka and water because it keeps the calories down
and he
keeps you hydrated.
Jovi's a professional.
We don't know what Asuelu's drinking.
A lot.
Yeah.
Whatever Asuelu's drinking, it's a lot.
It's a lot. So now Jovi tells us, I've been a fan of strip clubs forever. I've been sneaking into these things since I'm 16 down on Bourbon Street. Like, okay, dude, you might want to talk to a therapist about this. I'm just saying. Why are you so drawn to strip clubs?
Yeah.
It's weird.
It is weird. But I actually sort of understand it. I mean, sort of. We'll talk about it.
When you think about it, though, he is willing to even jeopardize his marriage for a strip club.
He is.
It's weird.
There's some pull there.
There's some pull.
Yeah.
He's all boned up in his confessionals over being the mentor to Asuelu here. Like, he is big man on campus.
He is. He knows
I'm going to show you how a strip club works. I'm going to take you, everything.
Right.
Of course, Ed has to get on stage and be the center of attention.
God.
Jovi then says, let's call Michael up because Angela wants us to make him feel more included.
Jovi, you know better than to do this now.
Michael is no dummy, and he runs away from that phone as fast as possible. He hangs up within seconds.
Exactly. Like, Angela will kill me if I'm looking at naked ladies.
He tells the camera, strip club's not my thing. If Angela finds out, she will literally fly to Nigeria and kick me in the face. Like, he's like, no.
No. Did you notice Angela said naked the way that Mary Payne does?
Yes, she does.
Naked.
She does.
Yeah.
Naked.
Ed
was motorboated. And he grabbed the stripper's ass, and Jovi calls him out for it. Now, put a pin in that, because I think that this comes up next week.
Okay.
And Jovi immediately is like, Ed, you fucked up, dude. You weren't supposed to grab the stripper's ass. And Jovi is the only one behaving himself here.
Jovi's actually being a completely normal human here. Yeah. I mean,
Jovi's
he's looking at naked ladies.
It's before him, but he's not touching anybody. No, he's not.
No.
But he does have to ask the strippers if they know Jasmine, because I went to Jamaica with her. Like, what is this? What is this?
Yeah.
It's like a weird flex that he went to Jamaica with this stripper.
Right. Now, I think Jovi just feels so terrible. Not so terrible about himself, but he's very insecure. And this is one of his ways of...
I don't understand why he's insecure, because Miss Gwen had him in all the beauty pageants that he won.
Right.
And she's literally making him the sunshine of her life, Mrs. Gwen.
Oh, Mrs. Gwen, absolutely. And I think I don't know.
Crawfish culture.
Crawfish culture thing. Crawfish culture. Crawfish fuck boy. Crawfish fuck boy. Never forget.
I just snorted.
You did snort.
Sorry.
You didn't laugh that hard the first time we said crawfish fuck boy. But yeah, she has absolutely put him on a pedestal, and he can do very little wrong. Except she will read him for filth.
She will read him for filth. Absolutely. Yeah. But like, this is where I was like, let me get the shame bell.
Okay.
This is where I was like, Joey's not terrible. He knows how to behave in a strip club.
He does.
Shame.
He does. And he's taking care of these yahoos.
He's taking care of everybody else. However, the texting with the stripper, I'm not okay with.
Yeah, that's real strange.
And the bragging about the going to Jamaica. He's flexing that. And I don't know why. And that's got to make Yara feel like shit.
It does.
So now they get a lap dance for Asuelu. And there's literally no one else in the club. So they just do it right on stage. And 3 girls get on him. And he's yelling, is this cheating? And Jovi's like, this is not cheating. You're good, boy. You're good. And then things get pretty crazy, and Jovi immediately knows when to pull the plug.
Yeah, Jovi's like, we've gone too far. These motherfuckers are way too drunk.
Yep.
They're not making good choices.
Yep.
I'm going to pull these
He
out.
pulls the plug. He gets up on stage and pulls Asuelu out of there.
Right. Pulls him out from under women's legs. Like,
yes. And Asuelu says, if I could, in a confessional, if I could bring this concept to Samoa, I would be a billionaire.
particularly given what we heard about Samoa. I can't say it the way he does, and I don't want to Samoa. I love the way he says it. I cannot do it. My mouth won't make those sounds, whatever it is.
Okay.
But yeah, given what we now know about their culture, this really,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, these guys apparently can't keep it in their pants without strippers.
It would
Imagine
be
if there were
easy to
strippers.
start a strip club there, although I would fear for the strippers' lives.
I would
Not
fear
their
for
lives, but like their autonomy. They would be.
Yeah.
I feel like there'd be a lot of lines crossed.
I feel like that too, but I also think it's illegal in Samoa, which is
Yeah.
why they're
They're repressed.
exactly. The more you repress people, the more it will come out.
Yes. So
Funny
the
how that
cab
works.
ride home is pretty funny, and they're all shit faced, clearly, and that's it. Now we're gonna go to the second girls scene.
Yeah, so we still are at Havana Cabana. We're at a different bar. And Liz and Yara are just being so incredibly sweet to Kalani. And Kalani's really upset and they're comforting her. Angela brings drinks. And then we have the Ed phone call with the strip club. And Yara is pissed. But
She's pissed.
But she's very much like, I'm not going to let this ruin my night.
No,
but she kind of does a little bit.
Can we pause for 1 minute and just talk about how much we love Barry Manilow and what a great song Copacabana is?
Oh, of course.
And every time we say Havana, I want to break out into it.
You want to talk about Lola and her showgirl times and the dress she used to wear and the dress cut down to there?
There is a song by Barry Manilow called Even Now. Do you know it?
I could sing it to you from the first note to the last note if you needed me to right now.
I could put that song on at any given moment and sob.
I don't sob anymore, but I love me some Barry, and even now it's great. I've seen Barry Manilow in concert like 5 or 6 times.
Really? So you're a fan of Low?
Oh, I'm a low level fan of Low, but my first concert was Barry Manilow. My dad took me when I was 7.
Okay.
You know what we should do? Because he does still tour. Next time he tours,
I would go see him. I would go see him. I would go see him.
Last time I saw him was in Allentown, which would be easy for us.
Let's go see him, even if it's Vegas. I don't care. We're going to see him.
Okay. Next time Barry Manilow is in the Philadelphia, Pennsylvania area.
Or Vegas. We're going to see him.
We'll go to Vegas. Yes. But yes,
I would 100% go see him. And I will sometimes I hate to admit this, I will sometimes put on Even Now when I'm driving around crying.
Just so you can have a cry?
That, or I was telling Stephanie when we were doing Golden Bachelor, I always cried to No Hard Feelings by the Avett Brothers. That's like my song. Like I want that song on at my funeral. It's my song.
Okay.
And I could put that sucker on and I could be in the best mood. If I put that on, I'm going to be reduced to tears.
My favorite Barry Manilow song, other than Mandy, which is the obvious,
of course,
is Weekend in New England.
I love Weekend in New England. Yes.
That's my favorite. That'll make me cry.
This has been Barry Manilow Corner. Let's get back to our regular scheduled program.
Back to these yahoos. So Yara talks about how she's both annoyed that he's going to the strip club and his lying to her. That's what really pisses her off.
That's the thing that hurts her, I think.
Yeah. And everyone is proud of Ed for being honest.
Oh, God.
Yay!
Yay! Ed, you didn't tell a fucking lie.
Yay!
Oh, God.
I mean, we're going with the bare minimum here. But Yara says, at least he does that. At least he doesn't lie, Jovi. Not so much.
I'm sorry, Amanda, I'm putting you on the spot right now. If you had to pick a husband, would it be Ed or Jovi?
Jovi.
There you go. There you go, Yara. Anyone would pick Jovi over Ed. Ed told one truth. Jovi's a better human.
Jovi is, no. There's Jovi
needs the crawfish fuckboy out of him, exercised out of him.
And then he'd be great. Yeah, but that's still pretty deep in him. Kalani says she wants to smack Jovi. And if she had the option of a stripper or Yara, she'd choose Yara. Of course she would. Everyone would choose Yara. And Yara's trying to enjoy her night and not think about this. She'll deal with it tomorrow. And now we get the dick size thing with the churros.
Oh, God. Yes.
The drunk girls have arrived. The drunk girls have entered the chat. This is hilarious. Yara asks how big Ed's dick is with like a nub of a churro. And then Angela takes like 17 churros and makes like a 1.5 foot long thing, and no one can believe it. And then Yara stands up and like holds up the churros as if they were an erect. I was like, oh my God.
Oh,
I feel like this is one of those things that Yara is going to watch the next day and go, oh God, I did that on
It's so
television.
funny because I feel like I'm Yara and Yara is me. Because Yara is a little bit prudish when she's around people, and that is me,
Yes.
100%. But I have no doubt that she is not prudish in the bedroom.
Agreed.
Yes. Like I always say, you know that Golden Girl saying, Dorothy in the streets, Blanche in the sheets? I'm
That's
more
you.
like a Rose in the streets, Blanche in the sheets.
Yeah,
Yes.
there you
Yes.
go.
I can come off very prudish.
Yes.
And
But
Yara does as well.
yes, she does.
Mhm.
And so then we're cutting between men and women, but now we're back at the women, and they're in a hot tub, which is way nicer than their resort's hot tub, in that it's not a standalone hot tub that looks
That's
like you ordered it from
blown
Target.
up. Yeah.
It's blown up from Target. And Yara says she doesn't want Jovi's stupidity to ruin her night with the girls. Liz jokes about doing a strip tease. She jumps in the hot tub. And now we have to see everyone's boobs except for Yara's, which might be the only boobs there I'd want to see.
I thought they were gonna hook up.
Oh my God. Liz and Angela? They're like,
Yeah.
these are not the same two women who were screaming at each other 6 or 7 days
Liz
ago.
seems like she's a good time. She seems like she'd make out with you in a corner. You know what I mean?
I think Liz would make out with you in a corner.
Mhm.
I like this version of Liz.
I do
I
too.
like Liz away from Ed.
I do too.
That's what it is.
Yeah, that's
When
what
she's
it
not
is.
with him, she's a normal human.
And I hear a lot of people are really hard on Liz and they think that she's only with him for the clout and blah blah blah. She's in a cycle of abuse, guys.
She is.
That's what this is. She's not
She may use the fame as one of her, plus column reasons to stay, but she's in an abuse cycle.
This is a broken girl. This is a
it
hurt
is.
woman.
It
And
is.
I
I
feel
want
bad
better
for
for her than this.
Yeah.
But now we see everyone's tits. Kalani even shows off her boobs. Did you hear Angela say, your boobs look like mine used to?
My old ones. She goes, my old ones.
My old ones. And I just said, I hate
Everyone
drunk Angela.
wants to see Yara's and Yara
Yara's like,
again.
no.
And I have to tell you, if I was in this situation, even if I was drunk, I would not do it.
And I'd be the first one to pull my boobs out.
Yeah,
if I were
I
drunk.
would not do it. I would be like, Dee! And I would not do it. It's so weird.
Okay, we're gonna get drunk in a hot tub someday. I'm gonna ask to see your boobs just because I want to hear the tee.
No, you're not gonna see him. Not gonna see him. Put Jovi in the hot tub, I'll whip him out. But that's about it. I don't know. Maybe Yara. Maybe I could get drunk enough to give them to Yara, but
okay.
I don't know. I don't even know if I would whip them out for Timmy in a hot tub. Like I would just be like in front of people. Like I would just be. I'm very modest.
Okay. Good
which is not fitting with my personality.
So you're not going to be heading to a nude beach anytime soon?
I would go to a nude beach with Timmy if I didn't know anyone else there.
Okay. There you go.
Even then, I'd be like beet red the entire time.
I'd want to like lurk through the bushes to watch all that happen.
It's weird, and it's not a self-conscious thing because there was many years in my life that I had a very decent body, and I still was like this even then.
Okay. Yeah. No, it's all good.
By the way, those years are not now. Hey everyone, stay tuned. Little Miss Recap will be right back after these words.
So we're back at the show now. Michael calls Angela, and now we have the drama over being called in the strip club.
This is hilarious. Oh my god.
Angela,
let's reenact.
Okay.
Who do you want to be? You pick.
I will be Michael.
Okay, I'll be Angela.
Okay.
Hello, Michael.
Hello, baby. I need to tell you that I was on the Jovi called me from the strip club.
Jovi called you. What do you want?
He just called me from the strip club, and I saw what I saw, and then I hung up immediately.
You saw a naked lady? You saw a naked lady?
Baby. I hung up.
You saw them girls? You saw them girls?
Baby. I hung up as soon as I saw what was happening. I hung up.
Michael, I'm sick of this bullshit. You're digital cheating on me.
I mean, and then Jovi called me again.
You answered a second time.
Well, I didn't know.
Hold on, headache. You answered the second time. Why are you looking at these naked girls? What the hell is wrong with you, Michael? Do I need to get over there with my Marlboro Reds and beat the shit out of you? Do you need to manipulate me and cake? Yes, you do, because I love cake.
Don't try to manipulate me with cake. I can be manipulated with cake. And scene. I can be manipulated with cake very easily.
She flies off the handle. Oh, I can be manipulated with any cake.
Yeah. She goes from 0 to 1,000,000 in a second. Accuses him of digitally cheating on her after he had virtually cheated on her. And this is a bad take. Kalani says this is warranted because he broke the codes of cheating.
No, Kalani, stop. Do you know how many guys Angela's objectifying and looking at? Come on.
2 hours ago.
2
that waiter.
Ago, yes.
We don't have to go back in time. We have to go about 5 cocktails back.
Yes.
Today. Yes. Today. She offered to leave her husband for somebody. Yes. And Michael got randomly called. And he's the problem.
And then Liz, I know you're going to get to this. Well, go ahead, and then I'll chime in. Go ahead.
So Liz is trying to be the sane person here and trying to fix this, but she's drunk. So this goes real awry. She asks for screenshots. She's like, tell Michael to show you on a call log how long the calls lasted.
Okay, that tells me everything I need to know about Liz and Ed's relationship.
Oh,
the fact that she snapped right into that response, she's been in this position before.
She has been like, prove it to me. Show me the text messages, all of this.
Yep.
And on some level, this isn't the worst idea.
Sure. But we have to all assuage Angela's insanity.
Right.
Sure.
But I said, if you have to jump through this many hoops to trust your partner, this is ridiculous.
But Liz is used to this. Those hoops came naturally to her. She's like, I have an idea, blah, 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 blah. She's clearly done this before.
Yes, she has. And Angela considers this cheating. This is like the virtual cheating. And this is why she has her divorce papers. And she wants to make sure she's not being played again.
Won't be fooled again. Yeah, Angela, stop.
He's not playing you. He's just an idiot.
Yeah, first of all, okay, and I have to, Jovi, if you're listening, come closer.
Why did I just lean in as if I'm Jovi?
We can all see you.
Right.
We can all see you.
Right.
Do they not know how cameras work? Right. There is a camera crew pointed at you, and he's going, I sure hope Yara doesn't find out about this.
It's like all of these people on all of the talking heads. I have this secret. I can't tell anybody. You know this is on television, correct?
Like, you are letting a TLC cameraman point the camera at the phone as you're texting the stripper. And you're like, I sure hope Yara doesn't see these text messages.
Right. Like, come on.
What are you talking about? Anyway.
All on television.
Anyway.
I clocked that Yara is real drunk, and she's doing the drunk stare thing that I've quite often done in my life, where she's just kind of like zoned out. Yara's somewhere else. I don't know where she is currently. And but she has the cutest little flamingo glasses. They all have fun glasses on. And Liz says this seems a bit shady that Michael won't take the steps to show his call log, as this could have been a big step for Angela's trust.
Oh, come on.
Angela's never going to trust him.
No.
He could lock himself in a padded room with only access to his phone, and it's a direct line between the two of them. He cannot communicate with any other soul on the planet, and she still wouldn't trust him.
Meanwhile, can we discuss that he is 9,000% cheating on her left and right over there?
Oh, of course. He
has his own life. He's getting Legos. A BJ for real 17 times a day.
Yes. He's gotten many a BJ for real.
Yes. Okay.
So the fact that he saw strippers.
Next time on?
No, we're at the morning after.
Oh, dun, dun, dun. Forgot about this. Okay.
So we start with Jovi and Yara, and it's just the slow pan around the room. There's empty wine bottles. There's a half glass of wine on the nightstand. There's another cocktail on the nightstand. There's a half drunk bottle of water. Jovi's in his robe. Yara wakes up and tells him he smells terrible, because I'm sure he does. I'm sure he's just sweating alcohol at this point. And he leans over, he drinks some of the juice, and she's like, why would you even drink an alcoholic drink? And he's like, I thought it was juice.
Yara,
so
honey,
hungover.
I'm gonna lean in, Yara. I'm gonna give you a little tip. As somebody who's been with many alcoholic men and we've been on benders,
Yes.
now's not the time.
No.
Now is not the time because
Yeah.
he's in what I call the explosive stage, and you just got to let him get through this hangover. You got to hit him in about 8 to 10 hours, and then
Yes.
he'll be in guilt phase.
When the hangover's done, but he's
Hmm.
exhausted
And he feels guilty.
and he feels guilty. He
Hmm.
doesn't feel guilty yet.
No,
He's just doesn't wanna be in trouble.
she's got to back off because he's going to explode on her.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Then
And
we
not in the
cut
good
over
way.
real quick
Ooh.
we cut over real quick to Liz and Ed, and Liz is waking up a very hungover Ed.
Hmm.
And sh this scene doesn't bother me at all.
No.
Like, if this is what their relationship was, it would
Yeah.
be totally normal. She's
Yeah.
like, "Honey," he's like, "Why did I oversleep so much?" She's like, "'Cause you had a rough
And it's
night."
1 o'clock in the afternoon. Can't tell you the last time I slept past 10, let
I know,
alone
I
one
wanna know what
o'clock.
time these guys all came in. Kalani is playing with the boys in the water. I just wrote she looks stunning
I know.
and way too good to be hungover. No one should look
Mhm.
that good after a
Mm-mm.
night out. And she says when Asuelu finds out what she did, he will flip out, which we see on the next time on.
Yeah.
Now we're back at Jovi and Yara's. He takes a sip. She yells at him. And then she starts pressing him of what they did last night. And Jovi's
Mhm.
trying to just skirt hard on the issue. Nothing. We just
Mhm.
hung out. We had a good time. Yara says, I know about the strip club. Yara asks why he didn't tell her and why did he tell Ed to not tell the girls. He denies that.
Mhm. Mhm.
Not good,
But
Jovi.
if we go back to what happened, hold on.
Okay.
Shame.
If we go back to what happened,
Shame.
Jovi is drunk and
Shame.
he's
Yes.
yelling, "Liz, will you let Ed blah blah blah?" And Asuelu says, "And don't tell the girls." And Jovi just repeated it.
Yes.
I don't
Yeah.
think that came from Jovi.
No, but I don't think he wanted her to tell the girls either.
Right.
And and this made me so sad for Yara. So freaking sad. Yara says, I don't understand why you're obsessed with strippers. What don't I give you that they can? She
Yeah.
thinks this is about her, and it
Yeah.
is not about
It's
her at
not
all.
about you, Yara.
No, he says they were just
Do
having
you
a
think
good time.
do you think it's
Good.
the Madonna and the Whore situation? Like, do you think
Ooh,
that he has to see her as squeaky clean and
maybe.
then has to get off by seeing the dirty girls at the and I'm
Strip
saying
club.
that he probably sees them that way.
Right,
I
it's
don't
the
think he
Madonna whore complex.
yeah.
It could be that. That wouldn't shock me at all. I hadn't thought
I'm
about
not
that.
calling the women dirty. I'm
No,
just
no,
saying, like,
no. And this
that's
is
what he would
there's
probably
a
think.
reason there's a Madonna whore complex
Mhm.
because it's a
Mhm.
thing.
Mhm.
Um, Men will sometimes make their own partners have to be perfect, and then quite often will cheat with someone else and do all the
Right, because
dirty stuff they wanna do with
yes.
someone else because they don't wanna, corrupt their perfect
That
wife or
might be what's
whatever.
going on here.
It could be. I had
Mhm.
not occurred to me,
Yeah.
and that's not the craziest thing I've ever heard by a long shot.
Yeah.
He says they were just having a good time. He was the best behaved guy there, and he was.
He was.
He was the only one who behaved himself
Jovi
other
knows his
than
way around
texting.
a strip club.
He does,
Mhm.
he does. He's been to many, as we know.
Mhm.
And Yara thinks this is about her. She says, "You have a beautiful wife." Or she said in her talking, "He has a beautiful wife. Why does he need to do this?" It's not about you, honey.
Mm-mm.
And again, I said, this is why she thinks he has the upper hand.
Mhm.
And he doesn't. Jovi feels like she's taking her insecurities out on him.
Shitty thing to say, douchebag.
It is a shitty thing to say. She wants to know if he thinks she's ugly.
Come
Honey,
on.
stop. Jovi walks out. Yara begs him to come back. She breaks down, and Jovi goes to the bar. Yara says she tries to be amazing so he won't go to the strip clubs anymore.
This is bad.
This is so
This is what they need to
heartbreaking.
be talking about in therapy.
Yeah, not the birth control thing.
Now, here's why I think the Madonna whore complex might be at play.
Okay.
Because what if Yara decided to throw on an outfit and go strip in a strip club?
Right.
Jovi would not want to be with her, probably.
No.
He has to maintain this squeaky clean image of her.
Mhm. Mhm. And I
He
think the
loves
fact that
strippers.
he does love strippers. I think the fact that she's a little prudish in public
Mhm.
helps reinforce that.
Mhm.
I'm sure she's
Mhm.
not prudish when it's just the two of them together,
Yep. Yep. Yeah.
but in public she is, and I
And
don't think that's an act.
they probably talk filthy to each other
Oh,
and
yeah, I think
exchange,
dirty
like,
talk.
filthy fantasies, but never act on it.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm. Yeah.
Nope.
I think they have a great sex life,
Mm-hmm.
except for the fact that he doesn't do enough foreplay, which
Yeah.
yeah.
He doesn't do the full body massage
He
each
just doesn't do
time.
the full body massage. I would like a full body massage. Now we get to our next time on.
Okay, next time on.
We have the. Oh, do you have it or do you
Yeah,
want me to do
I
it?
have it.
Okay, go for it.
I'll do it and then you fill in whatever I missed.
Okay, there's not a lot, so.
Kalani gathers her sister and everyone else and tells Asuelu about her affair. And
I don't think her
Asuelu,
sister's there.
oh, Kalini's there, I think. Oh, was the
That's the
therapist? Did the
therapist.
therapist have dark hair?
Yeah, Dr. Janie
Oh,
Janie.
Dr. Janie. Okay, I'm used to seeing her with Dr. McCarty.
Wait,
So when
no,
I saw someone with dark hair, I thought it was Kalini.
no,
Okay.
Kalani and Kalani have been with, or Kalani and Asuelu have been with Dr. Janie Janie the whole time.
Okay. All right.
Okay, anyway.
She tells him about the affair and he starts doing this head grab. And I'm afraid he's going to explode into a murderous rage. And Asuelu, because he's so unreadable, puts me on edge.
Do you remember? Oh, I don't remember when this was. This was early on in their relationship. And they got into a fight.
And he called her a whore.
Felt shame. Well, he called her a bitch in the car. But no, that's not what I'm thinking about. He got really upset and he started beating himself.
Yes.
Beating himself about the head.
Yes.
When he goes into shame, he gets very, like, physically abusive to himself.
There is a part of me that feels bad for him because we know so much of this is baked into his culture and baked into him.
Agreed.
And he has to unlearn all of that. And I don't think he's smart enough to.
No, I don't think he's smart enough to know that he needs to unlearn it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is a thing, he doesn't even know what he doesn't know. And he doesn't know he doesn't know.
Correct.
And again, the elevator does not go to the top. The elevator does not go to the top floor.
No.
And I think this is beyond him. But I'll be really curious to see this therapy session.
Me too. Now the gang is on a catamaran. Never good. Never good. Putting everybody on a catamaran because you know it's going to go bad.
Yeah. And Michael's Ed's holding Michael. Ed's holding Michael. So I missed Michael being paraded around on the iPad for a while. It's been a couple episodes.
They have to stay close to shore because their Wi-Fi will cut out if they go
Michael. Again, though, oh my God, this would be the perfect opportunity for Ed to use Michael to beat Jovi with the iPad.
Can you use Michael as a weapon? And then is it technically that Michael beat up Jovi? Who's getting arrested?
It's like, I didn't do it. This Michael did. Sir, you moved the iPad, but it's his face. Oh, bless.
So now we see Ed ratting out Jovi. Yeah. He's like, ask Jovi who he was texting last night. It was the stripper. So that tells me this is the day after. They're all hungover and they're on a catamaran.
Right. Oh, someone's got to be puking.
Oh my God.
They've all got to be puking.
And here's what I think. I think Jovi tells Liz that Ed grabbed a stripper's ass.
I think so too.
I don't know if he does it directly, but he implies it.
Yep.
And this sets Ed off.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. That's exactly what this is.
So Jovi threatens to fuck Ed up and he's like going at him.
like the producer jumps in.
Yes. And then I have Yara and Jovi fight and Ed and Liz fight.
Can you imagine the Jovi beatdown of Ed?
Oh my God. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Although I don't know if Jovi's a good fighter.
Think of how easy it would be to punch Ed, just not weeble wobble him down.
Like what we needed to see was Kelly fighting.
Oh, that would have been great.
He would have pummeled him.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to see Michael beat Ed. That would be amazing.
Can we beat Ed with Michael? Just use Michael's face.
But I don't feel like Jovi's not a fighter.
Ed to be beat.
What's that?
I want Ed to be beaten.
I want Ed to be beaten as well. Yeah. You know who could beat the shit out of Ed? Angela.
Oh. Mm-hmm. She beats the shit out of people in like New York hotel lobbies.
She
really could kill him.
That's true.
Do you think that's why she didn't get invited to the 10th anniversary party? Because she couldn't be trusted to not beat people?
Do we think she didn't get invited or do we think she just couldn't go?
I don't think she would miss it if she was invited.
I don't
She
know.
loves the camera way too much.
That's true. Do you think so? This is episode 10. We only have 2 more.
Yes.
So who do we think? Let's do our predictions for the
Okay.
commitment ceremony.
Okay.
Yara and Jovi, do they do it? Is everything fine?
Yes.
I
Everything will
think
be
so too.
fine. I think they'll be fine.
Angela and Michael.
Yeah, they do it because she needs to keep this going
To stay relevant.
to stay relevant. She can't break up with him. If
Are
she
they
breaks
still
up with him,
together in real life?
who knows?
Yeah,
There's
we don't
rumors that they are and rumors that they aren't.
Okay.
Who knows?
Ed and Liz.
Yeah, they do the recommitment ceremony because they got married a couple months ago, whatever it was.
Kalani and Asuelu.
No.
No.
I think Kalani and Asuelu are done in the next episode.
Oh, I can't wait to see it. Can't wait to see it.
I think when she tells him everything, she's done.
What if they get up to do the recommitment ceremony and she literally kicks Asuelu off the altar and Hall J Pass runs in.
I want a Hall J Pass sighting.
Me too.
He's on the island.
I wonder if we'll get one. I mean, he's entered the chat. He's there.
He has. I don't think we'll get one. I would like to get one, but I don't think we will. But yeah, I don't think they do the recommitment. I think they're done after next week's episode.
So what are our hopes? Do we think there's going to be season 2? I do.
I do. I think this is doing so much better than they thought it would. And people are loving this so much more than HEA.
Yes.
And
but they need to be careful because they need to, like, they're already doing it. They're already getting away from the therapy. We need the therapy. We need that.
We need to go back to the therapies.
The therapy has to be in there. All right, Amanda. So after we recorded, some allegations came out from Kalani. So, guys, trigger warning, sexual assault, rape, all that stuff. Okay.
Yeah. Feel free to skip right over if this is too much for you.
Yeah, it's a
all
lot.
good.
It's a lot. All right. So Kalani apparently put on her, well, not apparently, Kalani put on her Instagram the following statements. I've had enough of the hate mail and rape death threats, which, wow.
And I have to imagine this all boiled up after she said, I spent the night with Paul J. Pass. The people were like, what the hell's wrong with you?
Yeah. So let's clear up some things. Number 1, I did not have a one-night stand with Asuelu. We didn't even kiss until 2 weeks after knowing each other. I met him in July 2016, and we intentionally got pregnant May of 2017. Okay.
This is new information because that is not how the show sold it.
The show sold it like she accidentally got pregnant when she was in Samoa.
She went there. She thought the pool boy was the activities director because he was like Julie, the cruise director. Yeah. She thought he was hot and banged him. Yeah. And then got pregnant.
So that's a little editing manipulation. 2, my parents do not monetarily support me in any way and never have. The Utah house was half mine. That's public record. And I always paid my part. I do not live with my parents and I support myself. How is she buying houses and shit?
I don't know. She did have a job when Asuelu came over that she quit to spend time with him.
Yeah, she had to have a job, right? To get him over here?
Yeah, she had. I mean, her parents may have co-signed on the sponsorship. Yeah. I could see her father doing that. I thought that her parents helped support her, and no shade in that. I mean, if your parents can do it and they want to do it.
Yeah.
If my father wanted to start paying my rent tomorrow, right. I'm not gonna be like, oh no, you can't do that.
Of all the things we shade these people for, financial support by your parents is not one of them.
Particularly when you have 2 small children and you're married to an imbecile.
Yeah. Okay.
Now it gets dark.
The tough one. Number 3. I had a second baby because I was held down. He apologized for that and the other times I was sexually assaulted. It's recorded. I don't know what that means. You can imagine how it feels to get messages about taking responsibility and learning to keep my legs shut when they were forced open. Ugh. None of you know anyone you watch. You know a version of people and you crucify them over things out of their control. And for what? May all of that energy be returned back to you and yours. Okay, so she's alleging that he held her down. And I have to say I believe it.
I believe it too. First of all, I'm team believe women,
Yes,
and
of
so
course.
that's easy. But I can see it in him.
Mhm.
He has a temper for sure.
He has like a and I said this when I said this when we recorded the episode.
Yeah,
He
because he
has
did the
this
thing like where he beat about his head and stuff. Like
there's like a darkness in him.
there is a
Like
darkness
you
in
don't know
him.
if he's going to like cry and act like a big baby or murder you. Like I feel like he can go between those two things.
I agree. I agree. He completely can go between those two things, and this is just so dark, and it puts into question everything we've ever seen about the two of them.
It certainly explains why she was so upset when she got pregnant the second time.
And why Kalani hated him enough because of all of the cheating, and she was the lone
Mhm.
person who knew that.
Mhm.
I don't know if she knew about the sexual assault particularly. Do you remember when Kalani told Kalani that she was pregnant
Yes.
on her bachelorette party,
Yes.
and Kalani just started sobbing?
Yes.
I wonder how much Kalani knew in that moment of what their relationship was like.
Right, like I wonder if Kalani had told her that he did this to her.
Yeah,
And then now she was saying, "Guess what? A
I'm
pregnancy
pregnant.
resulted from that."
Yeah. I'm glad she's telling her story. I am sad though for Kennedy because
Yeah.
someday the internet doesn't go away, and someday someone is going to tell this child that he is the result of a sexual assault. And that's a whole other level. I was reading something yesterday, and someone said that exact point, and they said that they were adopted and they'd gone on a search for their birth family. And before they did that, whoever they were working with was like, look, you need to be prepared to find out that
Mhm.
you were conceived because it's distinctly possible it was in a very bad way. And if you're not
Hmm.
ready to know that information, whatever it might be,
Mhm.
she could also find out that she, was conceived by two teenagers or two people who love each other and just realized they weren't ready to have a baby, so they could.
Yeah,
Or
sure.
there's a million reasons. But I thought that was really interesting because, yeah, if you're going on an adoption search, you don't know, nothing, and you're opening up
Well,
the actual Pandora's box. So I feel bad for Kennedy that
I
this is
do too.
there in the world.
Mhm. I also think if you think that marital rape doesn't happen, it happens all the time.
It happens all the time, and until like the mid 90s, and gosh, I'm afraid to say this out loud because I this could be an incorrect fact of the date, but until an embarrassingly recent
Recent time.
time, in
Mhm.
the state of Delaware, if you had consented to have sex with someone like within the last 6 months, they could not be charged with rape.
That's insane to me.
That is insane to me.
And there are whole cultures that, really buy into this. There are whole cultures that when you marry the man, you are his property,
Yes, yes, and you
and
are
he
signing
can
up for
do whatever
sexual
he wants with
servitude.
you.
Yep.
Mhm.
Mhm. And maybe maybe that is the attitude in Samoa. I don't
Oh,
know.
I guarantee it is. I
Yeah.
guarantee it is.
I
Just
mean, given what we learned about how
given
men
what
treat
we've
women.
learned, right? I have not been to Samoa. I don't know any Samoan people in my own life, but given what we have learned from
It would not shock
Asuelu
me.
and Kalani,
Mhm.
it would not surprise me. It seems like a very misogynistic culture,
Yes. Yeah. That
and
women don't have a ton of agency, if any agency at all.
this is why Papa Lo really wanted his daughters out of that.
Yeah. I think it's really telling that Father Chinbraid really wanted his daughters to marry white men.
Yeah.
I think that's really it's not her mother who is a white woman, for her
Mhm.
father who's a Samoan to say, "I don't want you to marry someone from my culture," tells you a
Yeah.
lot about that culture. Usually it's the exact
Yes.
opposite. If
Yes.
somebody is from a foreign country, they very much want you to continue
Mhm. Mhm.
the traditions of that culture, and he's like, nope, nope,
So
nope, don't want
let's
that.
break down the part where she says it's recorded. Does she
It's
mean
rec
it's recorded like I press charges, or does she mean it's recorded like on a phone?
I'm gonna guess on a phone.
And if
I
that's the
think she would have
case,
pressed I don't think she pressed charges because I feel like we would have heard about it by now.
I think so too.
There's no way that that wouldn't have leaked.
Yeah, I think so too. So in light of this, we she has to leave him, right?
She
She has
has to
to leave
leave
him.
him, which is what we think is happening anyway. So we decided to record this because a lot of people were asking Amy and me what our thoughts were, and we were going to do it next week because next week we're getting a big therapy session with Asuelu and Kalani, and I hope to God it's her finally saying we're done. And I thought that I felt that before.
Yeah, me
before
too.
we knew any of this.
Yeah.
She needs to be done with this man.
Yeah.
He's not good for her. He's not good to her. Full stop. Now we know just the depths and degree to which he is not good to her. To which he's awful to her. It's not even he's not good. He's
And I will say
outwardly
this.
awful.
And I will say this. And I don't want this to come across in any way as me being apologetic for Asuelu.
Mhm.
In any way. Kalani is the victim here. Kalani is, I believe her. What she's saying is accurate. But I do believe there is part of Asuelu that this is baked into him.
Mhm.
And he does not understand fully what he has done.
Agreed. He may not know that this is sexual assault and rape. He may not understand that. I don't know.
I do believe that. However, I'm also of the mind of if you are literally trying to have sex with someone and they are saying no,
and you are
that should
holding them down.
that should supersede all that should supersede all cultural inclinations.
Unless you have had a pre-negotiated dynamic of where this is going to be a part of your sexual relationship. I mean, consensual non-consent is a
Sure,
thing,
it's a
and
thing.
it's
Mhm.
cool. As
Mhm.
long as everyone's consenting, I don't care what anybody does. But if you are in a position where you're having sex with somebody and they are fighting it and you've never talked about what that is, you
Mhm.
stop.
Yes. Yes.
Period.
100%.
Full
100%.
stop. And I would not be shocked that he doesn't know that.
Yeah.
And
So
it's
I'm not
no,
excusing him in any way.
no.
But I guess what I'm saying is I'm not surprised
I'm not
because I
surprised.
think this is baked in.
And this is such a difficult conversation to have because A, he said nothing. We know nothing
Mhm.
about we
Mhm.
only know of their relationship what Matt Sharp has told us about their relationship.
Right. Right.
And it appears what Matt Sharp has been telling us about their relationship is not the full story, which is not shocking because we know we've been around this rodeo long enough to know that they tell the story they want to tell.
And I understand that Kalani probably didn't want to tell this story.
No,
It
I'm sure
sounds
she
like
didn't.
she didn't even want to tell it now,
No,
but
she
she's
sounds
just
in that post, she sounds ashamed. And I'm like, you girl, you have nothing to be ashamed of.
she has nothing to be ashamed of, but I think people this is something we're starting to see, and I'm just going to make a blanket statement about fandoms in general. People are starting to cross boundaries and blur boundaries, and
All the
like
time.
these are real people.
Yeah.
And the fact that people are contacting her and insinuating that she's a slut or a whore because she had a second child with this
Right.
guy, that is insane to me. These are real people.
Right.
Like,
Or that
leave
she's a
them
slut and a whore
alone.
because she had an affair after her husband's had many an affair. And
Right. It's
no
so
wonder
weird
Hall
to
J
me.
passed. And I feel weird calling him that. No wonder Dallas, because like this
Mm,
isn't a joke anymore.
yeah.
We can make
Right.
fun of this when we're doing the regular podcast. But
Right.
no wonder there's the appeal of Dallas or any man who's kind to her,
Hmm.
who's responsible, who seems to what from the three things she said about him seems to be a stand-up guy. Who knows?
I wonder, I want eyes on Papa Chimbraid when this comes out.
So do I. Because
He'll probably
again,
murder him. Like, if I were
that
Suelu, I
bridge,
would get thee back to Simwa because you're dead.
yeah, I would too. Because hell, we thought he was going to kill him for just like not getting a job.
Yeah, this is ugh.
This is so dark, and I hope this last resort experience gave Kalani opportunities to have real therapy.
Yeah,
I'm
me
guessing
too.
she comes from a culture where therapy is not a huge thing. I
Right.
could be totally wrong, but
Yeah.
that's just my guess. Between the Mormonism,
She's Mormon, right?
yeah. Well, she's left the LDS church, but yeah, she was raised
Yeah.
Mormon, and she talks about like um, her local bishop like grilling her about any sexual thing that she's done, and she was like
Fucking
16. Like it's
gross.
just so gross. So she's had this from all sides, and she mm, it's just awful.
I just think it's gross that fans sending her hate mail and death threats is what precipitated her having to release this information.
Agreed.
And again, guys, if you feel in your heart of hearts that someone on one of these shows has angered you or done something wrong, just write it on a sheet of paper, put it in an envelope, and just put it aside.
Right.
You don't need to contact them.
No, or go to one of the Facebook groups where we talk about these
and
people.
bitch about it. Fine. Yes.
Yeah. Or call your best friend.
Yeah.
Your favorite podcast host and bitch about these people.
You don't like this stack of envelopes over here with all my thoughts on people.
Thoughts about these people. Yeah, like there is a line, and these are real people. Yes, they are there for entertainment, but
with like Oliver and Kennedy are real, and this is their mother. You know what I mean?
This is their father, and this is the story of how they were conceived.
Yeah.
And this matters.
I know that the backdoor friends are not doing this kind of shit. I know that because they're backdoor friends and they're cool.
We're cool. Like, we wouldn't do this kind of thing.
But like, if you have that friend at work who's like, oh, I'm hate mail inclined, just tell them, yo, stop. She's in enough pain. Yeah.
Her life is messy enough. She does not need it piled on from random strangers on the internet.
Yeah. So in summary, we believe Kalani.
And I'm just heartbroken for her. I just hope Kalani has a lot of support and therapy right now.
Me too.
Because I like her. She's a good person, I think.
All right, that's been 90 Day Last Resort for the week. I hope you guys enjoyed the coverage.
Yes.
We enjoyed talking about it.
We do, and 2 more weeks to go. I'm gonna be sad when this is over.
I know, but I have so many podcasts going on right now.
You do.
I told Amanda I brought 9 episodes in 7 days. Like,
you work so much work, literally. And nearly half of them are with me.
I'll be happy when we could just get into a groove where it's like Sister Wives, Married at First Sight, and then like 2 other things.
Yep.
Like that would be very nice. So
we'll get there.
All right, everybody. If you haven't already, jump onto our Patreon, support the show. You get ad-free shows and you get extended editions of Sister Wives because I only put like a little teaser on the free feed. Mm-hmm. So that might be 15-20 minutes where you're getting an hour and a half on that.
Where we talk for an hour and a half about the nothing that happens on every episode. Absolutely. But everything happens on every episode. It's so great.
That's the best way to support the show. And you can also, if you can't do Patreon or Supercast, leave us a 5-star review. That always helps.
That'd be great.
We
appreciate that.
And follow the show on Instagram. Follow Amanda on Instagram. All those links are in the show notes. And thanks so much for listening.
Take care, everyone.